All right, y'all, welcome back. What we're gonna tie today, this is a fly pattern by Ian James called the Muncher. We tied this last week for a group and a lot of you guys didn't get to see it, so we're gonna redo it and put it up here on YouTube so you guys got a chance to take a look at it. This can be tied in a size 6 through a 12. What we have on here today, this is a size 10. This is a Mustad S82, 3X hard, 2X long. Thread that we'll be tying with today is Ultra Thread 140 in black. For the body of the material, or the body material that we're using, we're just going to use natural gray rabbit dubbing. And then we'll use a dark red dubbing for the thorax. For our wing case material, I tied this in Swiss straw last week for the group, but I've been messing around with this a little bit this week. And I think what I'm going to tie it in tonight, I'm going to tie it in thin skin. And this thin skin is in tan. Really easy pattern to tie. It's supposed to be super productive. Like I said, it took over 21 years to develop this pattern. We'll see what happens. We're going to fish it pretty hard this spring, and hopefully we'll get something out of it. For our leg material, we're going to be taking a piece of partridge, and we're going to take it right out of the rump section of the bird just above the tail. That'll give us our wings. Get this tapered up just a little bit. I'm going to cut this into a nice taper so it's got a good tying point and makes it easier to fold. There's a couple parts of this fly that's supposed to make this thing the lethal fly that it is. It's supposed to be the two-tone body. It's supposed to be the two-tier or two-thorax or two-wing case, whatever you want to call it, at the top. And it's going to be the vertical legs. Instead of tying the legs straight in, up and down, they're going to be sitting flat on the top, flared out toward the rear. This original fly, one, didn't have the thin skin, and two, didn't have a rib. I put a rib on it just because I want to protect that body. We're going to come in, catch our thread in, couple hook eyes back. We want to leave plenty of room in the front. This fly has no tail. But we will be running our thread deep into the bend. That's not normal, I know. But that's what we're doing with this fly pattern, so we're going to go with it. I'm going to catch my rib in, back up the hook, catch that in on the side, help me maintain nice body. It's all going to disappear when I wrap it in that rabbit anyway. We're going to come in with our rabbit. It's a nice little clump out here. You can make a noodle, you can twist it on. I'm using that rib, so I'm just going to give it a little twist. Once we get the rib put down, we'll go in and pick this out. That's it wants to have a real buggy body, so you'll want to pick it out or brush it. It's your call, whichever one you prefer. We're going to touch and turns, start working our way up the hook. Twist it as we go. Nice uniform body. No, we're going to run out before we get there, so we're going to add some more real quick. We're going to go just about to the hook point. If you put too much on there, it's always easier to take it off than it is to put it back on. Just about to the hook point. Do 2 more for safe measure. We're just going to pull that stuff off. Take a quick turn, flush that back. There we go. We're going to counter wrap with your rib. You don't have to use the rib if you don't want to. If you don't have Swiss straw or thin skin, don't worry about it. You can take a regular sandwich baggie and do the same thing. Just take that clear sandwich baggie and color it tan. It'll do exactly the same thing without spending that money. We'll catch that in. We'll come in with our brush. Give that a quick hit. Get it good and buggy. Looks pretty good. Now that's where it starts getting complicated. We'll take our thin skin first. If you guys are new to tying in wings like this, I recommend you tie in 2 sets in case you get a little overzealous and rip one set out. You want it to back all the way up. Sometimes I still do that just in case and don't need it, and sometimes I do need it. I'm gonna tie that in real good. We're gonna stretch it. If you're using plastic or thin skin or even scud back, you don't want to stretch. Well, scud back can take some abuse. We don't want to pull it too far because this stuff will break all the way off. We're gonna come in with our leg material. I'm gonna get a piece that's good and barred. Strip this stuff out. That way we ain't gotta worry about too much stuff. I'm gonna pull all this stuff to the front, get them even on both sides, like this. And we're gonna tie this in dull side toward yourself, facing up, just like that. Stroke all those to the back. And we're gonna clean this up a little bit. We're gonna end up building some bulk here anyway. Now, don't clip this off when you're done, because this one feather should make both sets of legs. Now we're gonna come in with our red brown or dark brown. That's part of it. It's the two-tone bug. You want a different color abdomen and thorax. Now we're gonna make the thorax a little bit thicker, because it's gonna have to be just a little bit thicker. There we go. I'm gonna pull that Hungarian partridge out of the way. Nice wrap. Build up a nice piece there. I'm gonna add a little to it. I don't want to get too carried away. It's gonna have that extra thickness anyway. Give us a good tie-in point there. We're gonna fold our legs over. Get them even on both sides. This is the tedious part of this fly. Get them both in and take one soft loop. We're gonna pull them, bend them around a little bit, get them exactly where you want them. Just like that. Get them all out of your way. And once this stuff's set in, we're gonna sweep them all to the back. Now that they're all swept to the back, what I like to do is come in and hit them with just a little bit of UV resin or super glue. That's just gonna help protect them from the teeth on the fish. It'll help keep them laid back too. While you're still pulling them all to the back, you're gonna bring that wing case right over the top. Now this is part one of the wing case. Take your time with this piece. This is what makes the fly. Now if you trap them before you do your tightening down, you can pull that wing case material away and just pick them out with your bodkin. One more time. Get them clear. Give it a little tug and set it. Now we're going to fold that back, and we're going to fold the legs all the way back. One more time. Hold them out of your way. Start building our ramp down toward where we're going to tie in. We're going to build the rest of the thorax, and we'll be on the home stretch here in just a second. You guys go over and check us out on Facebook. If you guys aren't following us over there, come over there. We'll add you to our group. There's a lot of stuff that happens on Facebook that YouTube don't get to see, and vice versa. But most of the people that are following us over on Facebook follow us on here too. This is the only, you have to be part of the YouTube community on our page anyway to be registered for the free giveaways. We got another one of those coming up here this month. Actually, we got one going out in April. We already got one going out for this month. Got some stuff going down to the Bank Boys Bank Boys Incorporated. Some bass flies going to those cats. All right. Now, we're going to pull these up one more time, keeping that stem right across the top of the hook shank. If your thread tries to do that on you, do a clockwise spin, and that'll make your loop roll back into your finger. Catch that in, take a look at it. Don't set it yet. There we go. And then one more time, I'm gonna hit the top half of this with some resin. Just a little bit, just to hold it there. Everybody I know that's ever fished this, they swear by this fly. So we'll give it a shot, see what happens. All right. Now you're not going to just pull this wing case right over the top and be done. You're going to come in with the needle or your bodkin, and we're going to roll this back over itself one time. This is where we're going to get our 2 wing cases. We're going to come in and just bend it right over the top. Give it this little segment right there. Catch that in. Take a look at it. Pull that up. Now you're going to have some legs that are hanging down. We don't want those. We only want the vertical legs that are over here on the sides. So with those legs that are hanging down, we're just going to come in and trim them out. That's not what makes this fly pattern go off on the water all crazy. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to spin our thread clockwise one time. We're going to make sure this thing's setting right on the top for your wing case. Pull it back. Take a couple turns under. We'll come in, snip out this thin skin or your plastic bag, whatever you happen to be using. Take a look at it before we get completely done. Tie that in, nice tight head. We're going to counter spin our thread, open it up a little bit, and cover that end of that thin skin up. There we go. There we go. And that's all there is to that fly. Like I said, we're going to start getting into a little bit harder flies to tie. Just be patient with it. Try new stuff. You never know what's going to happen, how it's going to work out for you. Might end up blocking something. Might figure out an easier way to do something. And you let people who've been tying a long time know it, and then you getting credit for the trick. That is it. That's the Muncher fly pattern. We're going to come in with some UV across the head here. You can put weight on this fly if you want to. I've got some that are tied weighted. I got some that are tied unweighted. Let me see if I can roll this over a little bit so you can see those wings. See these lateral legs, or the vertical, they're sticking straight out to the side. And that two-tone body plus your double wing case is what sets this fly off. Give it a tie. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Fish it and let me know how it does for you guys and what part of the country y'all in. If y'all want to see something, leave it in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that bell icon. That way when we upload new content, you guys get notified. We won't be gone so long this week. We'll actually be back on our regular uploading schedule here pretty soon. Go check us out on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. And until next time, you guys keep tying, stay after it, and we'll see you next time.